welcome to the opening night comedy Allstars Supershow. You ready for a big night of comedy, yeah? Fantastic. Oh, I'm your host, Rhys Nicholson. Nice to meet you. Here's the thing. I've been thinking about this a lot. Let's not talk too much about the last 3 years, but this is what I've taken from it. I think we can all agree that jobs aren't good. You know, people say things like, oh, if you find a job you love, you will never work in... I tell you what, I'm at work right now. I'm a comedian. I have always wanted to be a comedian. In fact, when I was a little kid, I used to watch these galas and I think, that's what I want to do. That is all I want to do with my life. Like right now, right this very moment, I'm living my dream. And I don't want to be here. I live on the opposite side of town. It's a fucking hassle to get here. It's a bit cold in here. Later on, it'll be too hot. It's hard. I've tried very hard at jobs. I've had a lot of jobs. It's not from lack of trying. I don't know. It's not that I don't have a work ethic. I've had shitloads of jobs. I had a lot of retail jobs. I thought I was a people person. Turns out I am not. On my first few jobs, I worked at a lot of discount stores, shitloads of discount stores. I worked at a place called Crazy Clark's, Crazy Bargains, Crazy Prices. Anything with a mental illness listed in it, I've worked there. It's like, oh, Anxious Larry's Prices. I'm scared of my own products. The worst one that I ever worked at was a place called Go Low. How low can you go? Pretty fucking low, it turns out. I worked there for 2 grim and horrible years of my life. And we've all had a job like that. Maybe you have a job like that right now, where you just fucking hate your job. You just want to distract yourself, just get through the day. The thing that got me through the Go-Low job was the box crusher, who was not a lesbian co-worker. Grow up. Her name was Janelle. She's in jail now. She's doing very well. Top dog. We're very proud of Janelle. The box crusher, it just crushed boxes and it made me feel powerful. But this is how I knew I should leave that job. There was 2 reasons. The first reason was the shit in the discount store had begun to make sense to me. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, go to a discount store. Look at the things they have to offer in those types of places. At the start of the 2 years, I've been putting something on the shelf being like, 25 assorted winking Jesus statuettes. Well, that makes no sense. And by the end of the 2 years, I was like, a popcorn machine that you're plugging in the car. Well, of course. How did this take us so long? And the second reason I knew I should leave that job was I was fired. But that's how a lot of them ended. But I think the problem is, because I'm a Generation Y person, Gen Yizzle, as the children refuse to call it, and I don't know, I think my generation, we do have a bit of a reputation, especially the old generation. You always lecture us all the time, like, you don't work, like we had to work back in the day. You know, the Gough Whitlam days when everything was free. But I blame you guys. I do blame you guys, because you raised us to think that we can do anything. I've been raised to think that I can do anything, and it's led me to do almost nothing in my life. Yay! Thanks for the cash. Like, I don't know, like, something that I worry about a lot is, like, what is my generation, what are we going to be remembered for? Like, what are our legacies? What are we passing down? Like, this is the Samsung Galaxy I met your grandmother on, you know? Like, what are our heirlooms? I think about heirlooms all the time, because I wear an heirloom. I wear this ring. This ring is hundreds of years old. It's been passed down to all the men in my family. And I'm the closest thing we have to that right now. So I'm just holding onto it tight till my sister transitions.